Well, it's good to actually see some these actors actually speaking out. Welcome back, everybody. It's your buddy Orange Hat here to bring you another video. So, Kevin Hart says that the Oscars are not comedy friendly, and more, those gigs aren't good gigs for comics. Shout out to Josh Berger and Bounding into Comics for the article. Let's get into it. Stand-up comedian and Hollywood actor Kevin Hart has put his foot down, reiterating that he will never host the Academy Awards because these particular type of events are not comedy friendly anymore. In a recent interview with Sky News, the comedian specifically addressed the question regarding whether or not he would consider hosting the Oscars if given the chance again, declaring, "What little hope you had, I want to destroy it right now. Those gigs aren't good gigs for comics. It's no shot to the Oscars, no shot to the Globes or anything else," Hart clarified, adding, "Those just aren't comedy-friendly environments anymore." I know, apparently billionaires didn't like jokes at their expense, so they gave Joe Coy a death stare. Yeah, Taylor Swift, I'm talking about you. Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle actor elaborated, "I think they got it right one year where it was like a bunch of personalities acting as the hosts, and that's a nice thing. It's a collaborative thing. Different people get to be responsible for act 1, act 2, act 3. But the days of being a room for a comic, those days are done. They shouldn't. They shouldn't be though. They shouldn't be. You need to fight more, or you need to fight back a lot harder for what was once a brilliant act and a brilliant playwright." Hart also took time to offer praise to the fellow comedians who have hosted the Oscars and other entertainment industry awards ceremonies in the past. Shout out to those who have cracked the code and done it right early on. Chris Rocks of the world, Billy Crystals of the world, and the girls we've had like Tina Fey, Amy Poehler, Ricky Gervais. Ricky Gervais is not one of them. But yeah, anyway. There's a lot of people that understand that if you're not an industry comic, meaning a comic that has relationships of all, then those rooms are very cold. Hart admitted, so me doing it is, of course, at an advantage because I know the room for me and familiar with so many, but for others, it's not the same. He proceeded to clarify, it's not the gig that it was of old, it's too much pressure on the idea of a comic and what jokes and not jokes, so it's tough. Yeah, basically they're saying, if you make this joke and it doesn't land, you're a racist or you're a bigot or you're this or that. And honestly, I'm sick of those fuckers. They can kiss my ass when it comes to comedy. I'll tell whatever joke I like. They don't like it, that's their problem. That's the attitude that all comedians should have. In December of 2018, Hart took to social media, humbly announced that he would be hosting the 2019 Academy Awards ceremony, writing, "For years I have asked if I would ever lose the or host the Oscars, and my answer was always the same. I said that it would be the opportunity of a lifetime for me as a comedian, and that it will happen when it's supposed to. I am so happy to say that the day has finally come for me to host the Oscars. I am blown away, and simply because this has been a goal on my list for a long time, to be able to join the legendary list of hosts that have graced the stage is unbelievable." He added, "I know my mom is smiling ear to ear," and yada yada. But yeah, I've made the choice to step down hosting from the Oscars after the controversy. This is because I do not want to be a distraction on a night that should be celebrated by so many amazing talented artists," he wrote on Twitter, formerly X. "I sincerely apologize to the LGBTQ community for my insensitive words from my past," which is bullshit because they shouldn't have went after him in the first place. A person is entitled to the right to free speech. So yeah, this just goes over how he bent the knee even further. I will leave a link in the article, but it really is sad that the awards like the Oscars and whatnot, it sucks that people are not properly allowed to express comedy anymore there. And that is one reason, well, not just the poor quality of stuff that's been happening in Hollywood, but it's one of the reasons why a lot of that stuff just isn't good anymore, you know? The award ceremonies have been declining in viewership to almost less than 1 million. So yeah, I agree with Kevin Hart. I think that he is right, unfortunately. The gigs aren't good gigs for comics. And yeah, I think that I will be paying attention to the Raven Awards instead of the Oscars. So anyway, folks, that's going to be the video. Y'all let me know what you think. Like, comment, share, subscribe if you're new. This has been Orange Hat. Y'all have a wonderful night. And always remember to stay